in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter right. Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. Relieving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump.
Okay, Coach. Well, with the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready to break.
54. Mike 54. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Snap.
On first down, Allen. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
56 is the mic.
To throw, it's Allen. That's complete to John Ross. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And this shot downfield on second down is brought in. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play there for the Bengals. 56 yards. From the gun, it's Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Remember, of course, he threw 5 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive, same result here.
But it's hard to believe that you can throw 5 in the previous week and start out your very next game the exact same way. He's going to need a lot of support on his own sideline. Make sure he gets really fully, mentally into this one.
Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. 20! And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good-headed scheme going.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On the toss, Mixon. Mixon hit, and the ball is out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys will set up. At midfield at the 50-yard line.
First down and 10.
And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. And an alley to run. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Get down! Hey! Mike 7! Trouble! Ready?
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Mike. 19! Watch the run! Watch the run! Watch the run! That's the what? That's 52. That's the what? That's the what? Shoot!
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Allen escaping the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Geno Atkins got home that time. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Throwing now is Allen. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown on the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Sliding out of the pocket. Uncorks one for Davis. And that's caught inside the 30. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Here's Breida. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up. Matt Breida out of Georgia Southern now in his 3rd year in a 49er uniform. He was tough to keep off the field last year. Very good yards per carry. 5.3 on 153 attempts. Good for over 800 yards rushing. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Of course, remember last week, week number 1, quite the opener for him. NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he does not want to be a flash in the pan. He wants to have that type of a game each and every week. Let's see if he can get a 2nd award in week 2 of the season.
On play action, Allen. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Taking it about the 16. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going.
6-6, pull it high. Hey, Charlie.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's got Green. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Rolling to his right. And he's going to keep it here. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the 1st.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
Allen now looks to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Allen to throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
54 Mike. Yep. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Get that quarterback, D-line.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. They go play action here on first down. He'll buy some time right. He's got him in, complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 53 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Throwing on third and long. Allen into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Back to Mixon on first down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Go!
56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56. 9, sweetheart. Mike's 50.
On second down and 4. Allen, he gets this one to Boyd. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. And here's Allen throwing again. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. This is Mixon on the draw. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay, but in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Completes it to Samuel. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. On first down, here's Breida. And he stopped immediately there. Dre Kirkpatrick, the cornerback, up to make the stop. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, 83 yards, and the Bengals have taken the lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
I got him. Jumper. Shut 5.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. The run there on first down gets them a yard to the 26. Jesse Bates, who led the Bengals in tackles as a rookie, there to make the stop. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Allen going to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Motion.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Allen hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Yards on the return that time, and the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
Down, 30 base. Check 56. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Sponge. No. Go.
Allen now on first down. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Jet sweep. Boyd with it. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Hey, Tank.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
We got it.
Deep dribble.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Here's Allen. Flushed out right. Uncorks one for Davis. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. Corey Davis, 78 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Allen off the play fake. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To try again after the sack. Allen, he completes it to Boyd. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Cincinnati. All even as we get ready to start the fourth.
Mike 54. Here we go. Mike 54, Mike 54, Mike 54.
Ready?
From midfield, here's Allen. He's got his man, Boyd. A gain of 32 that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. For big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll roll him, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Carlos Dunlap able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Pretty good job escaping the pressure. Gets him 15 yards on the scramble, but now it's 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if the game believed their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, Alpha!
Here's Allen to throw it. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. This quarterback now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On the delay, it's Mixon. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Hey, I-7. 2.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Allen throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
A draw play for Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 4th down. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it, happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Andrew Billings in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. They'll look to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Open man is Samuel, complete. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure the investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
To throw is Allen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. So now it's 4th down and short, and whatever they do, run or pass it, they've got to pick up the first here.
Yeah, and you mentioned running it. That is still an option. But as you also said, they've got to do it quickly and get back to the line of scrimmage.
We've seen some big kicks in the NFL the last few years, and that one might just rank right up there.
And you know you can hear the crowd react, right? But I was focused in on the sideline and watched them absolutely erupt. I don't know how many of them thought that he was actually going to make that kick, but how about how they felt when the ball went over the post?
And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
Go now. 60 outlaw. Hey, Charlie.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Watch the out.
Snap.
Now Allen. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Bravo.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Get it.
Allen to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
We call that sack block.
And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, Echo. Ready?
Back to throw. Allen. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Come. Five.
Allen going to go on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. And they need 5 yards on third down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. First throw of overtime for Allen. Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on third and medium to pick up the first. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Christian, Travis. Hey, exit. 25, check 25, check 25.
Allen. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. D. Ford picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Man, that's trash. That's trash. 56 is Mike.
What can Allen do now with his drive? Sliding out of the pocket. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Now Allen to throw on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And it's taken in at the 9. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through. Not
only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it. So for San Francisco, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll try to get back on track.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you want to give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer.